Hello and welcome to another fantastic edition of Five Things Friday EU edition. Now, I'm a bit all over the place. It's a little bit of chaotic in the Retail Podcast headquarters because there's so much going on. And we're joined by my wonderful co-host, Alexandra Boisson, Alex, as I'll be referring to her from here on out. And we're going to split the show into two parts. We're going to jump in with Alex's top of mind. What are the news stories for her? And then I'll finish off with the three, but we'll put them in two sections. So hopefully for this week, that will be okay. And she's just shared with me some lovely news that she'll also be at NRF Europe, which we're both very excited to do. And I'll get to go to the VIP section in the business France, right?
That's right, yes.
So
to see you in person there.
Yeah, we will get to. I'll be able to poke you. I'm not nice. You're for real, it's all Alex that I'm talking to. So listen, let's get straight into this. Tell me, what is top of mind for you this week?
So the first topic this week is about Colruyt, which is one of Belgium's largest supermarket chain. They are introducing a new checkout system across their 270 stores called Easy Checkout. So instead of scanning barcodes one by one, they are installing an overhead smart camera mounted above each lane that will automatically recognize the products when the employee transfers them from a cart to another. So you have to know that this supermarket already had an unusual checkout process where they are already transferring items from one cart to another. This is to avoid having both hands taken and go faster. So the system has been developed in-house, their innovation team, but also in partnership with the company HelioVision. And they have tested this since 2023. It already identifies 85% of their items, even when they have multiple barcodes like multi-packs.
Yeah.
And it just makes checkout up to 70% faster. So
you got to love it.
Yeah.
And it makes the checkout process a little bit faster. Although I'm sure there's sometimes people you can see in the queue that love to have a good chat with the checkout person. For me, if it helps get the experience shorter, that's got to be cool.
Yes, exactly. And also something I wanted to share is that some large items will be scanned manually, for example, packs of water or beer. So that's the exception. The first 50 stores will get the upgrade in September.
Okay.
And the full rollout in Belgium and Luxembourg will be planned by the end of 2026. So, sorry.
So you just help this out, so you don't worry.
Yeah. So, I think this is a good example of how AI is being used again for incremental but impactful change in retail. So Colruyt isn't reinventing checkout entirely. This is not a big innovation, but it's removing a repetitive step, and they're speeding things up for customers and staff. And it's also a step forward for the visual product recognition, which could eventually make barcode scanning, it could make it disappear in supermarkets in the future. That's interesting to see.
That's fantastic. I love it. Okay, and what's number 2 for you?
And number 2 is about the French summer sales. The reason why I chose this topic is because the numbers shows how much shopping habits are changing currently. Okay. So after 4 weeks of summer sales, the numbers confirm it. Fewer people are taking part. So only 39% of French shoppers joined in this year compared to 43 last year. And on average, they have made 2.7 purchases and spent about 115 euros in total.
Wow.
So it's not a lot. And most of the action actually happened in the first 2 weeks. And then the interest dropped very quickly.
Because everyone's on holiday, right? They're all at the beach.
Yeah, it's usually in August, but, summer sales is still a big thing.
When do they start? What's the context? They start in July, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
It depends on the shops and the stores and how long it lasts, but yeah, usually the beginning is very popular. It used to be, a big thing where, for example, a personal example is that with my mom, when I was younger, we used to go, in the shops before the sales to
choose what you want.
choose what we wanted to buy, for later. And
Yeah.
we would queue in the morning on the first day to get the item. Yeah, and you've seen these videos of people queuing and waiting in front of the shops, and it's just not happening anymore.
This was in Toulouse, yeah.
Yes, exactly, in Toulouse, in my hometown, yeah. But what is interesting is that it's the sectors like tech, fashion, beauty, and home goods that also declines. And there is another reason also why people are not so interested anymore, is because we now have access to discounts all year round on platforms like, for example, Temu or AliExpress. We discussed this in the last episode already, so you already know my opinion, but it just makes the seasonal sales feel less special.
Yeah.
And then in terms of major actors, major players, so Amazon still leads the way, but Decathlon this time jumped ahead of Shein into 4th place. So this is showing a growing taste for sports and outdoor gear.
Yeah.
As you said, people are going on holidays, so they will be looking for outdoor equipment.
One took a lot of my money this summer. I had to buy some surf equipment, and so they were very kind in taking my money. But it was in the summer sales. I did do it in the sales. But I think Decathlon do a fantastic job in general.
Yes.
A great ambassador of a French retailer.
They do, and they are expanding really quickly in the UK too. So yeah, it's really amazing to see. So yeah, that was the second topic. So I think, just to conclude, that if the traditional sales still matter, especially early on, innovation in pricing and service will be key to staying relevant for retailers. And it's clear that they will have to find new ways to create excitement.
I got you. Well, look, Alex, thank you so much for sharing with us. Apologies, we had to move things around. I can't remember. I know you had holiday already. Are you around next week?
No, I'm not. I'm leaving tomorrow for Toulouse.
Until you come back from holiday, have a wonderful time in Toulouse.
Thank you, Alex.
Birkenstock, the German footwear icon, despite their headwind of new US tariffs, the company's actually managed to step past profit expectations this quarter. The key? Strong full sell price through a firmer gross margin at 60.5%. Revenue came in just shy of forecast at 635 million, but management's strategy of modest price increases and keeping much of its manufacturing within the EU seemed to have cushioned the blow from trade tensions. Investors liked what they saw. Shares were up about 5% in permanent trading. It's a reminder that brand strength and disciplined price can be powerful armor against policy-driven shocks. Over in the world of beauty, Europe's leading beauty retailer, Douglas, also delivered upside surprise. Adjusted EBITDA landed at 158.2 million, comfortably ahead of expectations, demonstrating the power of beauty and how people are still looking towards beauty as a category up for indulgence. Sales hit the 1 billion mark, growth in Germany and Central and Eastern Europe more than made up for the softer performance in France. For a sector often seen as discretionary, Douglas numbers hint at the resilience in premium segment consumers might be cutting back elsewhere, but they're still willing to spend on a little bit of luxury. But unfortunately, it's not upbeat everywhere. Carlsberg, the brewer behind Tuborg and 1664, reported half-year results that missed forecast. My advice to Carlsberg, non-alcoholic, that's where your future will be. Organic operating profit was up 2.3% to 7.23 billion, so still significant market share in Danish krona. While volume slipped nearly 2%, management nudged its full-year guidance higher to 3 to 5% growth. But the tone was cautious, flagging a tougher second half. For retailers and grocers, this is a useful bellwether. If one of Europe's brewing giants is feeling the squeeze, it suggests consumers are being more selective, even in categories once thought as staples. So in the space of single earnings morning, we've seen 3 different shades of consumer sentiment. A heritage footwear brand walking tall despite tariffs, a beauty retailer proving premium still has pull, and a brewer feeling the chill of more cautious spending. Together, they paint a nuanced picture. Europe shoppers aren't shutting their wallets entirely, but they're picking their moments and their brands more carefully than ever. And with that, thank you for tuning into this week's episode of 5 Things Friday EU edition. And as Alex said, we shall see you in 2 weeks. Have a lovely summer break.